Many would not contest if I were to call him controversy's child, because wherever he goes, trouble seems to follow, or somewhere there is a magnetic effect. From his point of view, he didn't ask for it, but it's come piling on him. What's UT69 all about, and a man who's trending non-stop? He's in conversation with us here at CNN-News18. Raj Kundra, welcome aboard to our studios and our...
Thank you.
And with you is Shahnawaz, the person who's actually convinced you to act in a movie where you wanted to tell your story.
Yep.
So let's start with UT69. What's the thought process behind this title? Ye UT69 kya hai?
So UT is the Kaidi number that's given to everyone that enters Arthur Road jail. So UT stands for under trial. And there was a 4-digit number given to us, 6, 9 and 2 other digits. And I think because it's a dark humor, a slice of life film, tongue-in-cheek karne ke liye, we shortened it to UT69 only.
Yeah, and 69 has its own connotations for you.
Balance and peace.
Balance and peace.
Balance and peace. Oh, that's the other way of looking at it.
That's the only way we look
That's the only way we look at it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, seriously, neither do I. Neither do I. But एक और चीज़ है, I'm a little disappointed.
Why is that?
Everybody was hoping कि आप आएंगे, we'll have a chat and you'd be all covered and then you'd do the drama of opening the mask.
You're disappointed to see the face behind the mask?
No, I'm happy to see the face. I've been thinking for a while, अरे यार, let him drop it, it's okay.
So I dropped it.
So you dropped
No,
it.
I think the time had come to separate. So the mask and I have separated now. He was with me for 2 years, 24 days and 17 hours or so. Counted each and every day. And
But
every
there must,
minute.
why did you decide to wear the mask?
So I had taken a call when I came out of Arthur Road jail that I will keep this mask on, somewhere to hide the pain, somewhere that I was a little peeved with the whole media trial. And I said that जिस दिन मेरा clean sheet आएगा या जिस दिन उस time तो clean sheet की बात हो रही थी. Then 3-4 months later we decided that this film was going to be made. So then I told my director, I said, now I'll take off this mask the day either the trailer comes or the clean sheet comes, whatever happens first. So the trailer happened and I decided to just take off the mask. You know, Masked Man is a media created star. You know, I have one celebrity at home, Shilpa Shetty, and she's the star. For me, there was nothing else. And for this film, I think it needed something. So I just started wearing different color masks, started playing to the audience's request, to the trollers, to the media. You guys have created Masked Man, that media star. So I decided wear it and use it to my advantage. Somewhere I started playing.
See, but like you said, yin and yang, the good and bad of it.
Absolutely.
The same media that you say trolled you is the same media that is trending you. So,
I like it.
So
it's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, it just comes a full circle, it does. But Shahnawaz, let me ask you, what made you think that you want to make it? He was planning to write a book. आपने बोला picture बनाते हैं.
You know, I'm sure if you would have read it, so you would have said कि यार book मत बनाओ, picture बनाओ इसकी. Because the notes that he had made me think कि this is not जो हमारी जेल का एक परसेप्शन होता है ना कि जेल ऐसी होगी वैसी होगी. This was not that. This was more on the lines of एक दिन कैसे बीता, what kind of people he met, what kind of inmates he had. 50 की जगह में 200 लोग, 250 people used to stay. So how do they go about every day? What are the challenges every day? सुबह उठने से लेकर के रात के सोने तक का चैलेंज क्या होता था? So that was really interesting. And I, as a filmmaker, I didn't wanted that opportunity to miss out. You know, कि पहले book बने फिर मैं book को adapt करूँ. I thought let's do this film first and then book second if at all it happens. So I wanted to grab on it. When I told him this is the route I want to take, and it's not a sob story route. It's a humorous route.
Yeah, tongue-in-cheek route.
It's a dark humor. And when I told him and I narrated him, so he was quite convinced because we didn't talk about the case, we didn't talk about his personal life or you know, वो already बहुत हो रहा था, उसकी ज़रूरत नहीं थी. So he jumped onto it. He said yes. But then the real struggle began कि acting किसको ले, actor किसे बनाया जाए.
So who did he have in mind?
So he was throwing in names.
कोई बड़ा हीरो लो यार, feel good, अच्छा हीरो लो मेरा रोल के लिए. मैं कोई name नहीं चाहिए मुझे. I want a newcomer. मैं newcomer.
That's why we said कि newcomer चाहिए and you know, it's you. So
I was a shock.
That's how, I mean, like for me it was always अगर ये film बनाएंगे तो राज के साथ ही बनाते हैं. Otherwise this film doesn't have any meaning. I didn't wanted any actor to act in it because वो act कर रहा होता. He has lived that. It was really fresh in his mind, and I wanted to portray because ये पहले भी कभी हुआ नहीं है.
Yeah, but tell me something. Do you like flogging yourself? Why would you want to go back and relive the entire trauma?
I was writing a book and I wanted the story to come out because somewhere I was still pained. I still carry this stone on my heart that there was a lot of misrepresentation. The factual information is still not out there, even till today. And because the matter is sub judice, I can't really talk much about it.
I know.
So I just decided that जब film आ रही थी तो I said, yeah, you know, in this country, people read less, see more. So I felt that visually it'll be great. The challenge was playing myself, so I had to get into workshops, and if I was going to do this role as well in my life, I had to make sure that I did it properly. So I took a lot of workshops with acting coaches, with my director.
वहाँ पे मास्क उतारा.
वहाँ तो उतारना पड़ता था ना. I had no problem with my friends and family. I
Yeah.
just didn't want, I didn't want to give media access at that time. I just wanted to stay. I was dealing with a lot, and I was hurt, and I used that mask just to hide that pain. And you know what started as that became this crazy maskman thing, but it still didn't stop. I mean, I used to walk straight into any event. I would not stop and pose with that mask. I was not using it for that advantage, but I did play a little bit. I knew that people were loving it, so I started sourcing very interesting rang-birangi alag-alag different masks.
अलग-अलग मैं बोला ये बंदा source कहाँ से कर रहा है? आते कहाँ से?
I sourced a lot of masks. कुछ
Still a secret.
70-80 masks हो चुके थे, which I've given all away now. But yeah, I think
The missus didn't have an opinion on it.
she respected what I said because she understood in the beginning. She goes, Raj, in the beginning it was something else, but now it's become something else. And I said, look, I didn't make it that. The media has made it. So I said, I'm using it because I have a film coming out whenever it happens, a year and a half from now. So it was a long journey. You know, the first 3 months was wearing it for something else, and the next 9-12 months was wearing it for reminding people, reminding the trollers. Continue trolling. Yes, I'm behind this mask, and yes, there are funny things.
After some time, you get such a thick skin that trolls don't matter.
Trolls don't matter
What they
at
say
all.
don't matter.
They make me stronger, in fact, and they had to keep remembering. If they didn't keep remembering this subject, then maybe the film would have suffered. I think somewhere the film is getting this advantage of Masked Man covering his face, that guy being Raj Kundra, and then Raj Kundra playing himself as well. I think there are some plus points and some firsts in this film, but I always tell everyone it's a single hero movie, and that hero is not me. That hero is our director. Because the way the story has been told is just so beautiful that, I mean, I'm in it, so you say it's a bias, but I actually enjoy, I don't get bored of watching this film. Others that we've shown this film to, who are not even related to me, have laughed and cried and enjoyed the film at the right moment. So I know we've created a great piece of content.
Good, ये दोनों अच्छा partnership है. Black and white. You scratch my
Yin
back,
yang.
I'll scratch yours.
आपने
You
कहा ना
talk
yin
good
yang.
things about me, I'll talk about you.
Pat my back, I'll pat yours.
But yeah, that's what. But flirting around the case because you're saying it's sub judice. What triggered this all? Have you been able to put a finger on what actually triggered this? How did this happen?
Somewhere down the line, I feel I'm a scapegoat in all of this, and a lot of information misconstrued, factual information not presented properly, and I just seem to be the lowest hanging fruit in this whole equation of things that happened. And I think somewhere down the line, I'm collateral damage because I'm Shilpa Shetty ka pati. So that makes news for them, and on that news, there's a lot of things that can be done. So I have full faith in the judiciary.
So you feel you are collateral damage. You're not actually the target, but
I think there was a
just
bigger
got
story to
caught
it, and
in
I
a
think
whirlwind.
and I think you'll hear about it and see it soon when the time is right, when the clean sheet, the discharge happens. I'm sure a lot of things will come to light, but I just feel that there is a price that I paid to be a celebrity husband, and I don't mind it. I'll pay this price time and time again because, you know, that woman's the love of my life. And she also knows somewhere down the line that had I not been Shilpa Shetty's husband, itni badi news bhi nahi banti. But that's besides the point. I know that I'm not guilty of the allegations, and I know that when justice is served, that'll be my redemption.
it must have been tough, no, within the household also because you got young kids.
course,
So
yeah.
how were you able to shield them from
Luckily,
all of those?
my daughter was very young. She was like 2 years old that
Yeah.
time. My son was about 8, 9. He's now 9 years old. He's 11 now. We told him a little bit, but enough for the mother to keep him protected and say that dad's gone for some questioning. When all the questions are fulfilled, he'll come back. So we thought, hafta 10 din, max. Every time, 3-4 din, 3-4 din, 3-4 din. And I told Shilpa, I said, this is getting difficult for me. Because inside, surviving in jail is a war. And you're in this jungle, and you tell me 3-4 days, so I have resources to last for 3-4 days. The minute you tell me, 20 din aur lagne wale hain, tell me once and for all, so that I get those resources. I was living on biscuits and water for that time because you can't eat the food there, and there's no place to sleep properly. So you're battling. Every day is a new battle. To survive there, you need to understand how the system works. And there was no special treatment. You know, I was there amongst everyone else. A room that was made for 50 people had 250 people inside. We were sleeping one on top of another. There was no space to sleep.
But did you make friends there? Did you make
Associates.
Associates
Yeah.
there.
I mean, you talk to someone for 63
connect
days.
with life
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
of course.
So I'm
So
just saying.
I gauged a couple of people that I felt were also stuck in a system, and you know, I made certain friends. In fact, those guys, when they came out, were helpful to Shahnawaz. I said, look, this is my side of the story, but hear it from others also. Don't just hear it from me. So that it helped him when he had to sort of really fine-tune the film, fine-tune the recreating this jail altogether. So I made some associates, I'm in touch with them.
So did you come out reformed or conditioned?
Nobody can come out reformed from that place, and I wish that they would create an environment where you'd want to come out reformed. I feel that if you really do put a criminal inside and you tell him you're accused and you're under trial, he'll come up with 20 other plans to become worse because he was not treated well. There are ultimate human rights and your fundamental rights are violated when you're inside jail.
कभी आपने ये सोचा कि यार ये इंग्लैंड छोड़ के लंदन छोड़ के इंडिया क्यों आया? Because from the time you've come, some controversy or the other has always, held on to you.
It is the price you pay, and I guess
from IPL, Rajasthan Royals.
Imagine.
Yeah, the ownership issue happened, the betting thing happened, and then. So did you not wonder?
Till today, I've never had to go in for anything. Is what I'm saying. So till then, it was fine. Jo marji bula lo, bol lo. But this was very unfair. The way it happened and how it happened. Like I said, I can't talk much about the case per se, but the way it happened was very wrong. There were no
But did you never get
given.
See, for somebody who's risen from the rough
ground,
and and gotten to where you have, did you ever have an inkling? Oh, somebody's out to get me, or somebody's trying to fix me? Did you ever get a sense? I'm just asking.
It's a long story. I guess, in business or in life, enemies happen. You create enemies somehow, knowingly, unknowingly. So I feel that there are a lot of other forces that were in the background, but I can't say anything about them at the moment.
And now, after finishing this product, that is what is your story. And somewhere I've read that you thought that this is going to give you closure.
For me.
Has it given you closure?
See, there's still a lot of pain. And I know that the day I get my clean sheet, because I'm very confident, I won't get my 63 days back. I won't get that respect back that was lost at that time, and the family and the drama and everything that happened. So there's always going to be that pain. There's always going to be a hole in my heart. But yes, this film helps me close by showing the world what I went through, which might not be relevant today. But later in life, when that clean sheet happens, then you say, yeah, that should not happen to anyone. There was a flaw. And for me, yes, this film coming out is a kind of closure.
Would you want to do some things differently? I'm sorry, I'm doing bulk of the talk time. I'll come. But let me ask, would you, when you dial back, and sometimes you look back, so through IPL, Rajasthan Royals, and then your life here so far, what you lived in India, would there be some things that you'd want to perhaps correct?
I think I've just been collateral damage time and time again. Even at the IPL, when they said you're accused of betting, I thought given everyone an open book. I said do an RTI, write to Delhi police and ask them, has Raj been involved in any betting? RTI comes back, no, he has not. We have no evidence of him betting. But still I was banned. And that was collateral damage. I had to exit from my team and things like that. So it's just unfortunate. And I think in life you have to just take it on the chin and just move on, Shilpa always says that there's something good has to come out of it. Jo hota hai, chikli hota hai. I never used to see what then, but then later in life you realize. So even when the jail incident happened, whoever thought I'd be facing the camera and doing something like this? So life's been topsy-turvy, but then a stagnant life would not be fun, I guess.
At any point you thought, इसको करने को तो कह दिया मैंने, but ये कर रहा है. Is he actually doing it?
So तब तो बोल दिया, convince कर लिया कि करते हैं. But when he started taking workshops, so that was the correct way to go about it. So first month of workshop, when I used to go and visit, वो देख के I used to record and come back to office and discuss with my team. यार शायद थोड़ी जल्दी हो गई.
Give it time, man.
दुनिया में मिल सकते हैं, थोड़ी कोशिश करनी चाहिए. But then I gave my feedback. He understood. He took it really seriously. He worked on it because in the early month he was acting. He was trying to act, and all I wanted was not to act.
Not to act.
Not to act, and the minute he understood that part, because it's just not.
I was married to an actress. Yeah, I'm not an actor. I had to learn on the job. You can't learn a car day one.
No, imagine all directors want somebody who can act, and when you start acting, they say acting mat karo.
So you say someone who
real,
acting कर रहा है.
Keep it real.
We use it as a कि क्या acting कर रहा है.
But this experience helped me keep it real. Every time he'd say, just go back to the day when this happened. This is the scene you're doing, and the environment he created was so perfect that I had goosebumps and I felt like I was back.
Did you shoot in Arthur jail anytime?
No,
we don't wish to.
We recreated the whole.
We recreated with the brief and everything how they described, the other inmates described. So we built a set and we shot the entire film in 19 days.
19 days?
One night.
2-hour feature film in 19 days. We worked 16 hours a day and we did it.
Yeah, that was.
So you shot the whole thing in 19 days.
19 days.
Wow. So what are your final message to the audience? What should they expect on the 3rd of November when they go to see it on the screens?
I think you're going to expect something different, something never seen before on cinema. A very unique storytelling based on a true story. Forget it's played by the person who's actually in that story, but you'll feel the connect, the emotions, the human story, and you'll go back with a smile. And I can assure you it'll be one hell of a content engaging audiences all over India.
So production, direction छोड़ दो, आप acting पकड़ लेते हैं.
अरे सर, आपके मुंह में घी शक्कर, अगर लोगों को पसंद आ जाए तो मैं शायद नहीं करूँगा. Never say never.
Please watch this film on 3rd November. अकेले मत जाओ please, लोगों को साथ ले जाओ. छोटी पिक्चर है, every ticket count, and we promise that we will entertain you. This is something that I'm going to tell you. We will entertain you for sure.
तो यानी कि राज कुंद्रा बहुत रोए हैं अंदर जेल में, लेकिन आपको हंसाने का वादा कर रहे हैं.
Correct.
Little bit of dark humor if you can accept it. So UT69, thank you for dropping into our studio.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.